AI minds, quantum leaps. Cut the noise, dive deep. Truth unlocked. Dr. Mike on the mic. Tech Unfiltered is on the clock. Now it's time for the show.
Think about a familiar moment. A friend texts about dinner while you're heading out the door, and you're trying to answer, find the restaurant, and remember the reservation details. Google's new Pixel phones are designed to step into moments like that before you open a separate chatbot. That's the important story in the Pixel 11 launch. On August 12, 2026, Google introduced the Pixel 11, Pixel 11 Pro, and Pixel 11 Pro XL. The company is placing Gemini assistants across the phone's camera, keyboard, messages, travel information, and connected apps. We're moving from go ask the AI toward the phone thinks AI might help here. That changes our relationship with the device we carry all day. The base phone starts at $899. The Pro starts at $1,099, and the Pro XL starts at $1,299. Pre-orders opened on August 12th, with store availability scheduled for August 20th. All three start with 256 gigabytes of storage and include 7 years of operating system, security, and Pixel drop updates. The Pro phones include a 6-month Google AI Pro offer, subject to eligibility and automatic renewal terms. The new Tensor G6 processor runs Google's latest Gemini Nano model. Google claims that, compared with its previous chip at launch, on-device AI tasks can run up to 3.5 times faster while using up to 3.5 times less energy. Those numbers come from Google's internal testing. They are vendor claims, not independent results. It's also important to separate on-device from private. On-device processing can reduce delay, and in some cases, it can keep information closer to you. But some features still need an internet connection, connected apps, or cloud services. Data handling varies by feature. On-device is a technical description, not a blanket privacy guarantee. The headline behavior is proactive help. Google says Pixel can handle multi-step tasks across more than 40 apps. Although availability varies by country, language, age, subscription, and feature, the phone may surface travel details and flight status in the app you're using. It may suggest making a restaurant reservation, saving an event to calendar, adding a location to maps, or putting membership information into wallet. The benefit is easy to see. Instead of copying a flight number from an email, opening another app, and searching for an update, the phone may bring the useful detail into the conversation you're already having. The trade-off is that the assistant must understand more context about that conversation and the services connected to it. Convenience and access are part of the same decision. Before turning a connection on, ask what information it can read, what actions it can take, and how easily you can turn it off. Google also announced more Gemini connections rolling out over the next few weeks. The categories include productivity tools, local experiences, car rentals, restaurants, event tickets, music, home services, and doctor appointment booking. An announced connection does not mean every service is live everywhere today. It also doesn't mean the system should complete a consequential action without your review. For appointments, payments, and reservations, read the screen and confirm the details. Speech is another significant area. A feature called Rambler takes natural voice input, including filler words, and turns it into concise text. That sounds useful, but it goes beyond literal transcription. The system is making editorial choices. If someone says, "I think that's fine, I guess," and the phone returns, "That's fine," it has removed uncertainty that may matter. For a shopping list, that cleanup may be welcome. For consent, health, legal matters, or a delicate conversation, compare the cleaned text with what was actually said. Google is also adding signed text in its keyboard using a sign language translation model from Google DeepMind. That could be a meaningful accessibility benefit. Google says results may vary and availability is limited by country and language. In medical, legal, emergency, or emotionally sensitive communication, don't assume every detail survived the conversion. Photography may be the clearest example of the phone making more decisions for us. Google says Magic Capture analyzes about 400 frames and returns timed 12 megapixel photos plus video from one press of the shutter. It may crop and remove blur automatically. For a parent trying to capture a child's expression, that can be wonderful. But the resulting picture is a selection made across many frames followed by computational processing. It is not simply one untouched instant. That does not make the image dishonest. It does mean context matters. When an image becomes evidence for journalism, insurance, school discipline, a workplace dispute, or a legal matter, preserve the originals and disclose material edits. The camera also includes customizable visual styles and a creator suite with a teleprompter, project folders, framing guides, and a tool for trimming and rearranging video clips. Google claims faster low-light photography on the Pro phones based on comparisons with selected earlier Pixel models. Circle to Search can now work from the camera viewfinder, but it requires an internet connection, and Google tells users to check results for accuracy. Live Translate can dub video and audio into another language using generative AI. Google says the feature is not available for every language, country, app, or piece of media. Results can vary, and translation may not be immediate. This can broaden access, but exact wording still needs care. Names, numbers, idioms, tone, uncertainty, and especially a missing not can change the meaning. Treat translated output as a draft when the stakes are high. One small hardware detail captures the larger shift. On the Pro phones, colored lights around the camera flash can indicate whether Gemini is listening, thinking, or responding. Google calls the feature highlight. Making the assistant's state visible is useful. Still, a light is not a permission setting. It tells you that something is happening, not exactly what information is being processed or where it is going. The Associated Press independently reported the launch and noted that Google is using new software, primarily AI software, as a reason to upgrade. The report highlighted improved speech to text, a teleprompter, video stabilization, and the ability to extract photos from video. It also noted that corresponding starting prices increased by $100 from last year, while base storage increased. Axios covered the broader phone, foldable, and watch lineup on the same day. This is an ecosystem strategy, not an isolated app update. So what should you do with it? First, connect one service at a time. Review its permissions and disconnect it if the benefit no longer justifies the access. Second, separate low-stakes convenience from high-stakes decisions. Let the assistant organize a list or suggest dinner. Verify dates, prices, reservations, medical appointments, legal language, money, and emergency information with the authoritative source. Third, treat clean transcription and translation as drafts when precision matters. Check names, numbers, negation, consent, and uncertainty. Fourth, be honest about computational photography. Family memories are one context. Evidence is another. Preserve originals when a picture is expected to prove something. Fifth, calculate the full price. A 6-month subscription offer has a renewal date. Check the cost, cancellation terms, and which benefits remain after the trial. Finally, don't confuse polish with reliability. A suggestion that appears at exactly the right moment can feel authoritative. Ask where it came from, whether it is current, and what happens if it is wrong. And remember that the phone is also a storefront. When an assistant recommends a place, a service, or a next action, it is reasonable to ask how choices are ranked and whether a commercial relationship shaped what appeared. Google did not establish in this launch that these suggestions are advertisements. The point is to keep the question visible as assistants become a gateway to more of daily life. Let the phone remove unnecessary friction. Just don't let it remove your judgment. A good assistant handles the tedious work while you remain the person making the decision. That is the standard worth carrying into the AI phone era. I'm Dr. Mike, and this is Tech Unfiltered. I'll see you next time.